Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we're going to do some mix-to-mold. I've got two new molds. I've got this mold, which is supposedly for like pencils, and you can put like a pad of paper or paper clips or whatever. So we're going to make this, and I'm going to try the No-Con Blue Eye Candy Pigment Powder in this one. And then we're going to do the boat that we had done the other day, and I'm going to do it in this blue. And this is all I have left of this blue, and it's been discontinued. So I'm still on the look for more of this blue because this is a beautiful, beautiful blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one in a blue, and I'm going to end up putting like potpourri in here and put it in the bathroom. I think that would be a really cute thing to do. I've just got to go pick up some potpourri. So yeah, so we're going to do this one. And then I have this vase. And I'm hoping that it comes out easy. And we're going to do this one. We're going to use this jujube red. I don't know what color it is. I have not used this one yet. This is the one that I had got from Temu in my my pigment for cement and plaster. So we're going to use that color in there. So, let's start with the boat first because it's the smallest amount, and I'll get my powder all in the, so I'll show you the difference if you're using a powder, it's much easier, especially if you're doing a bigger piece, you're not sure how much to use, because you can get your powder exactly the color that you want it. So I'm going to put probably 6 ounces of my white mix-to-mold powder in here, and then we're going to color it and we're going to test it before I add my water to it. Now I'll show you how I do that. All right, so all right, so yeah, it's like 6.5, but that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna take our powder, and you don't have to worry as much when you're adding a powder as you do with your liquids. So I am going to give this 2 good scoops. And then we're going to mix this powder. And usually you can tell by the color of your powder if it's going to be dark enough or not. As I'm making a mess everywhere. All right, I'm just going to pour it in a bigger container. So we can get it mixed up. All right. So only because I've done this, you know, quite a few times, I know that's going to be a little bit lighter than what I really want it to be. So I'm just going to give it another good scoop. And then I'll show you how to test to see what color you're going to get here. All right, so just take a little cup, add just a little bit of the powder, and I'm gonna get a paper cup. It's easier to get a little bit at a time when you're using a smaller cup. And what do I want to use? I'll use this so I can wipe it. And then you're basically gonna add a drop. So that's pretty much the color that it's going to be. And I think I'm gonna go with that color because that will match my bathroom. All right. And that's how easy that is. So I am going to add some powder and I'm going to add some water and we're going to get this mixed up. Let's see that pretty blue. It's like a slate blue. So I'm going to add a little bit more water because I know I got to add more powder. So I want to get it to the 4 ounce mark in my container here. And you guys know I don't measure, I go by feel and consistency. All right, so we need just a little bit. We're at 3.5. So these would actually, this boat would actually even make a cute small plant pot. So if for some strange reason I don't have enough, I know this color, once I mix water in, it's going to be the exact same color. So that's one of the reasons I like using the powder colorant versus the liquid. You know, especially if you're working to get a certain color. So let me just move this out of the way and we will get this poured. So, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing that I had done with resin, is kind of just go around. You definitely want to make sure that you squeeze your bottom, you shake it, you don't want any trapped air pockets for sure. And as you go up a little bit, you know, kind of do the same. Because I don't want any bubbles in my ropes. And I'm gonna have to add a little bit more, but that's okay, because we have the extra. I like molds that like hold their shape like that really good. All right, so we're gonna add that, add a splash of water, which I just poured too much water, I can already tell. Well, we're gonna use the rest of it. And this is a little bit thinner than my first mixture, but I just want that to get topped off. All right. So we've got one down. What am I gonna... Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about that little bit. All right. So I'm gonna move my stuff around here so I can just... All right, so we'll do this one. This one is 8 ounces. This one I'm just going to mix the regular mix to mold because, oh no. Which cup? No, this blue is going for this. All right, this is our liquid. That's this one. Okay, I almost screwed up, mixed them the wrong way. Not like it would have mattered, but you know. So 8 ounces. I'll pour the rest of this bag in. Zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm just... So I'm gonna go to like... It's almost to the 12-ounce mark. And I'm going to use, maybe we'll use this stick. So, oh my gosh, guys, I ended up getting my dining room and my living room spring cleaned yesterday. I am beat. I got all the curtains washed, all the walls washed, all the floors washed, rearranged all my furniture in my living room, and it was gorgeous. I had my windows open. I was like, oh, this is heaven. It was in the 60s, and it's the first day that we've had 60s. So, yeah, I was very, very happy. All right, so we have about 8.5 ounces here. So we'll have a little bit extra. So let's see what this color is. So I just take a tack and push it down and pull her up. All right, and then I want to give it a good shake. And we will see what color this is. Oh, I just felt some powder at the bottom that didn't get mixed in. You know what? I like that color. Now, if it can stay swirled, we will be all good. Oh, if that can stay swirled like that, guys, that is going to be gorgeous. And I should have stopped at the bottom, but I didn't. All right, so that's topped off, and you know what? I've also got these molds that we're going to do a separate video on, but let me... These are like the little cheese knives. So let's pour one of those. All right, we're just gonna mix up a tad more. And this side is gonna be a solid color. I have the hardest time mixing up little bits. Does anybody else, or is it just me? I just, for the life of me, cannot. All right, I'm gonna add one more scoop, and we might as well try to make two. And I will, this is gonna be a pink, but I'm gonna, we will drop this color in. So it'll be a little bit different consistency than the vase, but and I guess we'll try this one. Yay, just enough. All right. Put that to bring upstairs and wash. Just try to get your edges cleaned up a little bit. It'll just save on cleanup, that's all. Although this stuff cleans really easy. And I definitely got too much in this one. So we'll sop it up with a paper towel. There we go. Okay, so now we've got to do our other one, which is 12 ounces. And we're going to mix the blue. And I'm going to use my bigger bowl, so and sometimes it's just easier, especially when you have a lot that you're going to pour. But it also can be messier. Yeah, it's still a little full, so let me scoop. Get it away from my finished piece. All right, so that's 8. All right, so I'm gonna mix 16 ounces of the powder. And I do have my spatula too. Let's put the cover on this. And get my other, I have 2 of them and I dedicate to just my mixed mold stuff. All right, so we're going to use this Silky blue, and I know we're going to need a lot of this color. But look at how beautiful that blue is. I mean, let's see if I put my light. Well, it would help if my light was plugged in. There we go. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in there, but that is, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Now, if we can just keep it, like I've never used the eye candy micas in mix2mold before. But so we're definitely going to need more. And you do use a lot of powder when you're using the powder. That is the one drawback. But I'll go with this and see what we get. And blues are kind of like reds. Sometimes they're hard to get that color that you really want because the white lightens it. And then sometimes they just go way too, like, too vibrant blue. And if that's not what you're going for, then it really stinks. So I'm going to put a drop of water. So that is not too bad of a color. No, not too bad. So I guess we're gonna go with that. All right, we have got to get this mixed. Now I don't even know how I'm going to decorate the outside of these yet. But I have an hour to think about it, right? I think that's going to be a pretty blue. If I can get it mixing. There we go. It's like a thick pancake batter. And I was thinking about maybe swirling some black through it, but I think this one out will just keep it plain and see how it looks. All right, now we just pour. And I'm hoping that I have enough because I kept it thicker than just because I know that you know, these type of things, I want them to be sturdy. And I will have to prop the sides in. Wow, guys, I made just enough. All right, so what I need, we'll use my thing I made. And let's see. All right. It's not 100% straight, but ooh. Ah ha ha. That might work. All right. So We will let that cure. I will be back in an hour. We will get these demolded and I will figure out what I am going to, how I'm gonna finish the outside. So yeah, I will be back in an hour, guys. Okay, guys, so these are all cured. And we will start with the boat. So I pulled out some butterflies. I'm going to see how they look on this piece. And I just ordered some potpourri. It will be here Friday. So hopefully I can get a picture of this all done and in my bathroom. All right. Trying to get this started and up over one end without ripping the mold. There we go. Pop that back. So if I remember, I will put the pictures at the end of the video of my living room and dining room. If you guys want to have a little look-see. Oh, this came out so good. We've got no bubbles. Look at that. So I'm going to probably do this with the silver on the rope instead of the gold. But I'm going to try this Dragon Glaze color changing top coat. I don't know. We'll just see how it looks. But let's get everything demolded first. And I do want to clean up that so I'm not, because see how I've already got blue on my hands. I don't want that to transfer on to my other pieces. So I will just wipe them off. All right, let's see if we can get this little beast out. I can see a few small bubbles underneath. Now, I don't even know. I should have probably did this in resin first. All right, I might have to go off camera here. I don't know. Because if I can get this to roll down, I'll be good. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, that came out so good. Hang on, let me fix my mold here. There we go. And I'm going to bring these up and wash them with soap and water. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that color. And we've got no, oh, we have a few tiny little bubbles right there, but not, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm going to be making a whole bunch of those. Oh, we got a bubble there. Oh, but that's pretty. That is really, really pretty, guys. Prettier than I thought it was going to be. And let's see this one. Oh. All right, well, I wasn't going to finish them, but you know what? I think I'm going to, because those are pretty. So this came in a set. There's 10 different handles, but it didn't come with any of the blades. So I ordered a pack of the blades, and that only gives me 5. So I'm definitely going to have to order some more. But that is beautiful. Okay. Now let's get the big beast out. And hopefully, and I never gave this a thought either, because I cannot bend this mold back at all. So I'm slowly edging it. All right, I guess we're gonna have to put some alcohol in. See if that will help us loosen that up. Oh, it seems to be working, guys. Never even gave this a thought. Because somehow I've got to break the suction in these pieces. All right, the sides are coming up. Try and grab it here. So when I went upstairs, it was raining and it had cooled off, so I had to shut my windows, and I put a sweatshirt on, and now I'm sweating. All right, hang on. Let me stand up and do this. All right, I'm gonna try doing it off camera here for a second. I might have to go up and have my husband help me. I was like, oh, it's a square block. How difficult can it be? I didn't give a thought to the suction in the middle. Oh. And I got so many cuts and stuff on my hands that all right, I'm gonna go up and have my husband help me. I'll be right back. Holy stamoly, what a workout. So he was actually able to bend it back. So that's how we were able to get it out. But yeah, it took both of us. But this is really, really pretty, guys. So my thought is they got these, I don't know what on the back, but I'm gonna not use those. I was thinking, I wished I had another blue instead of that green, but it does have some stones. Or maybe we just do the one in the center. That might be cute. All right, first we have to seal it before we can even think of putting anything on it. So I am going to just gonna get a little medicine cup out, and I'm not going to do the bottoms. I might not even do the inside right now, just to we'll kind of see how this, so I'm just gonna put some of that in here, and I'm just gonna kind of paint this on, and hopefully it does not leave a ton of brush marks. All right, so it's not too bad. I will probably end up putting a another coat. And I've tried to find the softest bristled brush that I could find. So, and I got this on Amazon. It's just that diamond glaze. Doesn't look too bad. All right, so hopefully each layer will get, it won't suck in as much, and we'll get a better coverage. So normally I would only do like one coat because I would be spray sealing them. But, and I probably should have let this dry in between, but I'm just gonna put the second coat, and then we'll kind of do another one, and then I can always put a final coat. All right, so we'll let that dry a little bit. And I'm just gonna try it on this one, and we will see. So I'll put one coat of this, and I will use the spray sealer for the final couple of coats. I just wanted to be able to get our pen design, paint pen, on here. So it's not giving a bad finish. There's not many brush marks. So out of all the other sealers that I've used, this one by far leaves the least amount of brush marks. Yeah, so I just got my spray sealer in on Monday, so I'll be able to finish a bunch of pieces off, hopefully tonight. All right, and I do want to do this top piece. Because when we run our pen over the top, I want it to be sealed so that the pen will stick. Because they're so fresh, if you tried to paint now, nothing would stick. All right. And I don't even know if I just want to spray seal this one. I know I'm going to have to spray seal in there to get it down in there, but all right, let's just put a coat of this on and kind of see what we get for results. It definitely is bringing that dark color out. It's definitely making it very rich looking. All right, we're almost to the other side. So yeah, so if you're struggling with brush marks, this diamond glaze definitely leaves less brush marks than some of the other products that I've tried. And one little bit right in here. All right. So, and I'm not going to do the back side of the handles, but I do kind of want to put a coat on so we can see how pretty it's going to look once it's sealed. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Really? Miss Butterfingers over here. All right. And we will just let that sit. Okay. And I'm just going to clean this with a little bit of acetone. All right. Hopefully that works. Okay. Let me grab, it's my flat tip. That's my fine. And this is the thick one. Let's try this thick one here. That's still a little tacky, so let's... All right, let's... What do you think? I don't know. I think I want to seal this with the spray sealer before I attach this, because it's going to bring that shine out way more. So I'm just going to let that sit, and yeah. Let's see. See, this doesn't dry as fast as the other stuff that I normally use, but I did want to try something a little different. I'm always doing the same thing. All right, let's see. That should be dried enough. All right. And I'll try to zoom you in so you can see kind of what I'm doing. And then once this completely dries, then I will spray seal the whole thing. And then I'll have to use the fine tip in those hard to reach areas. But I think this is definitely gonna make this pop. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas of other things we can do, or different colors you'd like to see, put it in the comments and I will gladly try it. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything to that vase. So I know this stuff wipes off that glaze much better. So that's a plus. You know, and this will probably need a second coat, but all right. So, got that done. I'm just going to take the fine tip and just do that little bit of an edge. know, because then we can get into those little areas in there better. You know, and I'll have to do the bottom, but I'll do that off camera so you don't... I don't want to totally bore you guys. There we go. Look at how cute. And I'm going to try this flat tip for this top piece. Oop. And I'm going to try to not pick it up because I know I'm going to smudge the wet paint. And the mix to mold, these paint pens seem to work way better on them than they do on resin. You know, and then once I spray seal it, all this paint will be locked in forever. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for a little bit, and let me get... Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Because that's still tacky. All right, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna spray seal it, and then I will be back, and then we will put this butterfly on here. I don't mind if it sticks up on the top. I just don't want it to stick down on the bottom. I do want it at an angle. Well, I could put it that way. No. If it's going to be flat, it would have to be that way, but I kind of like at an angle. All right, so let me get this dried. I'll get it spray sealed, and then I'll be back and we will put that on. So I will show you how these handles work. I just don't know if I'm going to completely affix them or not. So you get different blades. You get a fork and you get a knife. And you get these little cap things. Because what I want to do is I want to make like a wine stopper, a cheese handle, and like a cutting board to like all match. All right, so this one's already out of the bag. So why don't we, if we put that, it kind of just goes like that. And you would glue that in, and then you have your knife. So you just slide the knife into the cap, and then you glue that in, and you have your little cheese knife. How cute is that? So yeah, I will definitely have to get some more of these blades, but for now I wanted to at least show you how it worked. And I mean, you could put it sideways if you wanted, but I think this part should be down, you know, and that way you have your little knife. So yeah. All right, I'll be back in a bit, guys. I'm gonna finish letting this dry. I might even just stick it in the curing machine for a little bit, just to really get that moisture out so that I can seal it and show you. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys. So what I did is I put it in the curing machine and then I spray sealed it. I did not do the greatest job. I was trying to do it and do supper, and so yeah, I've got a few little drippy marks, but this is gonna be mine anyways, I'm thinking. So, and then I was thinking I might put some, like, I don't know, decals or paint or something over it. I don't know. But for now, let's get this butterfly adhered. And I did spray this, and look how good this looks with this spray sealer on. And this one here, yeah, this one is perfect. So this is absolutely beautiful. So I will put one more final layer on this one. But I wanted to get this one done. So, let's see. Put a little there. And a little on that side. So we'll have 3 points of contact. And where are they? This way. And what's cool is you can bend these little pieces up. So yeah, I will just like find something to put on there and hold it down for a little bit until it's fully adhered. But yeah, I think that's going to be really cute. And then, oops, you know, you can put your pencils or whatever in there. Do I have a thing of sticky notes in here? But you can put, you know, like little tiny things in there. You know, I could even put like my drill bits and stuff like that. So I think that would be, you know, a really cool little holder. So yeah, I will definitely be doing another one of these. I will do it in the resin as well, because that one might make it a little easier to get out. But yeah, so, and then this is all dried. I will spray seal this. I got a little cleanup to do, but I'll get that sprayed, and yeah. So that is our project for today, guys. So these little containers, I think, are going to be really handy. Oh, and then I found these are ultra fine point permanent markers. Guys, they were in my cabinet. I did not even know I had them. I don't even know if they still work. But yeah, they do. So this is, let's see. It's a 30 count. I think I have a few missing. But this is going to give me a lot more options, guys, because they're ultra fine. And I've even got browns, blacks. You know, there's different purples. And look how fine those are. So yeah, that was the score. I was looking for an envelope, and I found these. So I am going to get a little container to put them in so I can have them out with all my other ones. And yeah. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye.